Money is a major factor in our lives. It affects our happiness, health, relationships, and literally every part of our lives. Yet there are a lot of truths about money that people ignore, don't know, or just don't want to know about. But unless you acknowledge these truths about money, you'll find it really hard to be financially successful. Additionally, if you face them head on, not only will you be more aware, but you'll improve your financial literacy, make better financial decisions, and ultimately improve your chances at financial success. So let's face a few uncomfortable truths about money that could be holding you back. Working hard doesn't guarantee success. How many times have you heard a variant of work hard and you'll be financially successful? If it were that simple, there would be so many more millionaires and billionaires in the world. But working hard alone just won't cut it. Hard work alone won't make a person financially successful. In fact, hard work makes a visionless person more miserable. Without plans, hard work is just a road for survival, not financial success. While it's important to understand that hard work can't be removed from any success formula, it doesn't guarantee success financially. Working hard could be as worthless as pushing a car to its destination instead of driving it. This sounds ridiculous, but that's what it is. Working hard without knowledge, vision, planning, information, and skills is kind of pointless. Working hard is important, and we don't want to detract from that. Some of the most financially successful people are also some of the hardest working alive, but they also work smart. It's not just about how hard you work, but how you manage your time, resources, and mind to work together for a better output. Hard work may be important, but it doesn't guarantee accomplishment. It's simply part of the vehicle to financial success. You are responsible for your money life. To a large extent, you're responsible for your financial growth or decline. The process is just slower or faster depending on where you're starting from. For instance, if you were born into a lot of money, it might be easier to make more money or lose more money. And if you weren't fortunate with money, it may take time to build a financial fortune. Understandably, these are unfair advantages. But no matter where you fall on the spectrum, it's more helpful to stop blaming the government, your family, or the economy for your financial predicaments. Anyone can be financially successful and rise above poverty if they acquire the right skills and knowledge. We see and hear about those motivational stories all the time. On the other hand, if you're not willing to put in the dedication, focus, and discipline to learn an industry standard skill set and acquire knowledge, you'll most likely have an average financial status. Don't blame anyone for that. If you're always running out of money, you have a lack of money management skills. If you have a business idea but don't have the capital to start it, you most likely lack the skills to negotiate, generate money, and manage limited resources. If you can't land a job, your problem might not be lack of jobs, but a lack of creativity or networking. Take responsibility for your financial life, learn whatever you have to, and then take action as needed. Anyone can become wealthier. It might be hard to believe, but regardless of your current economic condition, where you live, or what you do, you can become wealthier. It could be easier if you were raised with good money habits, started out with a trust fund, or simply grew up in a well-connected family, but you can make things easier for yourself if you educate yourself, put in the time, and put yourself in the right situations. On the contrary, if you believe that rich people are lucky, super talented geniuses, or that you can't become rich because the universe has it against you, then you'll find it harder to become wealthier. The thing is, you don't need to be a genius or super talented to become wealthier. Smart investing, proper financial literacy, planning, and education are all vital pieces you need to put together a wealthy life. And don't be fooled by education. You don't need a special kind of college degree to become wealthier. Many millionaires and billionaires didn't even go to college. Education is important, but there is no special kind that will make you wealthier. Instead, education of financial concepts is what's most important. Becoming wealthier starts with your mindset. It starts with the beliefs you hold about accumulating wealth. If you want to become wealthier, you have to believe you can, and then reinforce that over and over with both learning and action. You have to think long term. Jeff Bezos once said, "All overnight success takes about 10 years. Unfortunately, that's not the kind of saying that makes the headlines. Rather, people want to get rich and want it all right now. The problem with this kind of mindset is that they tend to lose a lot of money and time because they'll most likely fall into the trap of get-rich-quick schemes, which usually don't end well. Rich people don't have a lottery mindset, nor do they believe that there's some shortcut to instant wealth through random luck. Warren Buffett, for instance, one of his success factors is investing in businesses that have potential for the future. Rightfully so. Getting rich takes time. There are no shortcuts. As uncomfortable as it may sound, if you want to be financially successful, you have to go step by step. Generate money, invest that money wisely, be patient, and let time work in your favor. This is important because in order to build a financially successful life, you have to not only focus on what's necessary to stay afloat for the immediate future, but also continually plant the seeds for your future self, for what and who you wish to be and become in the years ahead. If you don't do that, years will fly by and you might not be where you had hoped. You're afraid of being different. One of the biggest reasons people never become financially successful is because they're too good at following the rules that their families, friends, and society have laid out for them. But being like everyone else rarely leads to wealth. And historically, this behavior has probably made more people poorer than richer. You don't need to do anything illegal or unethical, but if you buy into that go to college, get a good job, work your way up the ladder rule, where you party off your paycheck, spend more than you earn, then use credit cards to settle emergencies, you'll most likely find yourself fighting to stay afloat financially. While the rules are designed to keep you safe and secure, they also limit your potential. If you want to get rich, you need to be able to do things differently, even if that means investing wisely, improving your skills, living below your means, and shunning impulsive purchases. Outside of basic ethics and societal norms, you shouldn't try to be like everyone else. You should be willing to think outside the box and challenge the status quo. If you want to get rich, you need to be willing to work hard and be persistent. You need to put in the long hours and make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your goals. Dare to be different if you want to be financially successful. There are so many opportunities. Poor people always believe their chances of financial success are limited, although we live in a globalized world with so many options for everyone. For starters, anyone can start a business, and it doesn't have to be a large one. Owning a business is an excellent way to gain financial independence, flexibility, creativity, passion, and impact. You are not restricted as a business owner by the compensation of corporate employment. You can earn as much money as you want to. You also have more time freedom than you would as an employee. You can be creative and imaginative when you operate your own business. You can create new items and concepts to fulfill the needs of your customers. Starting a business in your field of interest might be a terrific way to turn your skills into a job. You can then create more jobs, address problems, and improve people's lives. Even if you don't have the money to start a business right away, there are ample opportunities for you. You could consider getting a side hustle, which can be a great way to supplement your income, gain new skills, and explore your interests. It can also be a way to test out a business idea before committing to it full time. What we're saying is that there has never been a better time to go out and make money. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, share it with a friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'd love to know what other uncomfortable truths about money do you think people ignore or just don't know. See you in the next one.